My name is Robert Price. I'm a lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Today, I'm here to brief you on a very sad and tragic event, a homicide that took place at a 7500 block of Oso Blanca, which is the apartment complex directly behind me. Details of the call were LVMPD dispatch received a 911 call from an individual stating he came to the apartment complex to check up on his brother. Upon his arrival, he made entry into the house and observed several individuals inside the house suffering from gunshot wounds. He immediately stepped out, called 911, and officers from the Northwest Area Command responded on scene. They made entry, began rendering aid. One of the individuals seemed to be clinging for life and was transported by medical to UMC Hospital. The other 4 individuals inside the residence was pronounced deceased on scene.
And these police from Northwest Area Command responded right away, closing off the complex known as the Loretta and Palacio Apartments. Metro's mobile command unit was soon to follow, obscuring the tremendous police presence behind the apartment complex's gate and 2 layers of crime scene tape.
Go, baby. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go, baby.
That way.
Happy birthday, baby.
That way.
Happy birthday to baby.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. How's that?
This woman becomes a better version of herself every day, and I'm proud of her for that. She loves who she is right now because she is exactly who God created her to be.
Son, put that shit on. Okay, son. Happy birthday. Happy
It's your
birthday,
birthday.
son.
It's your birthday.
In the days since the tragedy took place in Las Vegas apartment complex, more details have come to light about what caused the man to allegedly take out his whole family. According to news reports, text messages between the alleged suspect and his brother gave insight to what the family was truly facing, despite all seeming well on social media. On one hand, the married couple with a blended family seemed to have a great life, beautiful children, beautiful home, and thriving businesses. It was quintessential American dream. A couple building together to give their kids a nice life. A mother who did everything for her children and went above and beyond to give them everything. However, on the other hand, there was alleged deep dark secret that would cause a strain on the family dynamic and leave a path of destruction that ultimately led to multiple family members losing their lives. 34-year-old Shanera Patterson and 42-year-old Marvin Patterson would tie the knot in May 2019 in front of family and friends. The bride would be glowing as her father walked her down the aisle to her soon-to-be husband. The couple, who are already parents, shared only one child together, a daughter named Zamira, who was born September 2017. Shanera came into the relationship with a son, Derek, born in 2012, and her first daughter, Keziah, who was born in October 2009. By trade, Shanera did hair, plus design clothes and custom treats for parties or events. Shanera loved to celebrate her loved ones and was always over the top when it came to throwing a party, especially for her kids. She would always have a theme and would go all out, from the outfits to the decorations. It was a family affair because Shanera had a beautiful home and hosted parties for extended family and friends. She was the life of the party and just a beautiful spirit. She was the type of person that put out good energy and definitely lit up any room. Shanera and Marvin, who by trade was an entrepreneur himself, had goals and believed in working hard to get the things they wanted in life. Sadly, they would all come to a halt in October 2022 when Marvin would get arrested for several felonies, sex crimes against persons, with 9 counts in total. The said victims are 2 adult women and 2 younger persons. Some of those charges were SA with a person under 16 and indecency with a person under 14. according to court records. Some charges allegedly go back to 2014. The records never stated that Shanair's kids were involved, and according to the court records, she would be one of the people who supported her husband getting out of jail. When Marvin was taken into jail October 2022, his initial bond was set at $100,000. His conditions of bail were to surrender his passport, have high electronic monitoring, and stay away from any persons under the age of 18. However, it was lowered 2 months later in December 2022 by Judge Diana Sullivan to $10,000 with the same conditions. According to certain criteria, a judge could consider lowering a bond if a person is not a flight risk and if they would appear to come back to court, as well as if that person is not a danger to the community. Marvin's attorney will argue that his client was not a flight risk and also that he self-surrendered to authorities in October 2022. He also said Marvin had several individuals who could come forward and testify on his behalf of his character. His brother, his ex-girlfriend, his son, and his wife would all come forward as character witnesses. Marvin would soon post bond, and according to the Las Vegas court records, he abided by all the rules set forth by the judge. He was electronically monitored and was said to always be where he was supposed to be. When Marvin got out, after those 2 months, he was required to get a separate home from his wife and kids because of their age. He would end up getting a place at the Loretto and Palisade apartments, which was approved by the courts. Everything seemed to be running smoothly for about a year until things started to crumble even more for the couple. According to Shanaira and Marvin's landlord at the house that they shared for years together, he had to evict her due to non-payment on the home. It seemed that with her and Marvin living separate and basically having 2 rent payments, it took a strain on their finances. Marvin could not move back because he had a court order where he was living, and the big house they lived in was most likely not affordable any longer. Shanaira was a hustler in her own right and continued to work hard, but times get hard for a lot of people, especially in a situation like that, so she definitely was not alone. She did everything she could to keep kids' lives uninterrupted, kept them looking good as usual, still threw nice parties as usual, and remained positive throughout it all. According to official reports, she moved out of the house in late November 2023 and was said to have allegedly moved into the apartment with her husband. This was definitely the wrong move, but at the same time, she knows her husband and obviously trusted him to take her kids there. However, it was unclear if she moved in with her husband despite the conditions of his bail. I'm pretty sure the court was not aware that she was there because of the charges he was facing, but maybe she had no other place to go, or maybe it was just her preference and that's where she wanted to be. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, the court did approve it. Only she knows why she went there, but sadly, it will cost her and her children their lives. In December 2023, Marvin would be facing a lot of pressure because he was not only out on bond for some completely horrible things he allegedly did, but his wife and kids lost their home, and allegedly the family's vehicle was just repossessed. This is when it was reported that Marvin would text his brother the night of December 10th, 2023, and seemed distressed, telling his brother about the eviction and repossession. At some point the next day in the morning, Marvin's brother would be concerned enough about their conversation to go to the apartments to check on him, and that is when he walked into a terrifying scene. Marvin's brother would find multiple people shot, including his brother, and he would hurry and call 911. The Las Vegas police would arrive on the scene about 10 a.m. and would see 42-year-old Marvin Patterson, 34-year-old Shanaira Patterson, along with 14-year-old Keziah Cohn, and their 6-year-old daughter, Zamira Patterson, all unalive. 11-year-old Derek, who was also shot, was still clinging to life and was rushed to the hospital. The coroner's office would later determine that all the victims were shot in the head, some multiple times. During the investigation at the apartment, police would allegedly determine that Marvin was the one who unalived his family and then took himself out, according to the police report. Shanaira's mother would speak to the news and describe her daughter as a sweet, kind person and would do anything for anyone. Shanaira's mother said if he would have been in jail, none of this would have happened, where he was supposed to be. I don't think that they should have let him out at all. That is true. If his bond was higher, he would have stayed locked up most likely. But sadly, Shanaira did not know what was to come. Personally, I believe she loved Marvin and she wanted her husband out of jail. Plus, allegedly, they had a good relationship outside of what he was being accused of. So truly, only she knows what she was thinking, but I am sure she did not think he was going to take her life, and she did not seem like she would put her kids in danger. However, no one truly knows the behind-the-scenes info, and from the looks of her social media account, she was not the type to spread negative family business. Shanera loved family and will be truly missed, along with her beautiful daughters, who are now forever 6 and 14. They did not deserve what happened to them. Little Zamira's first grade class was said to have surrounded her desk at school and said everything that they loved about her after getting the news. She was said to be so smart and didn't have a mean bone in her body. As for Keziah, she was growing into a beautiful teen and was said to be goofy and loved to draw. It is all just so sad. Then you have Shanera's only son, Derek, who is in the battle for his life. Thank God his father is said to be by his side, fighting with him. I could only imagine how hard it must be to have to see your child that way. This was not supposed to happen. This makes me so mad and sad at the same time. Shanera was literally celebrating her birthday the night before she tragically lost her life. What a shame it truly is. Shanera's little sister, that she seemed very close with, has started a GoFundMe to help with the funeral expenses. If you would like to help, I will link it up top and below in the description box. My deepest thoughts and prayers are with this family in this most unimaginable time of sorrow. Not one, not two, but 3 females have lost their lives due to senseless gun violence by someone who is said to love them. There's just no excuse. They should all be here, preparing to celebrate the holidays. Also, my deepest prayers and thoughts for 11-year-old Derek. I pray that he pulls through and makes a full recovery. However, the road will not be an easy one. I just hope that he will not be able to remember any of the tragedy that took place, because life will be hard enough as it is going forward. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers and let me know what you think about what happened. And do you think the system failed in this situation or something else? Let me know. And also, don't forget to hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember, stay woke. Things change quickly.